Alright, what's going on? Welcome to the podcast about absolutely nothing in particular. So, things I'll be talking about is just going to be random topics. It can range anywhere from games, sports, movies, just music, anything, man. Whatever the fuck comes out of my mouth, that's exactly what the fuck you're going to listen to. Even if you don't want to listen to this shit, you already know what time it is. But I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything. So, off the rip, man, we're going to get into like movies / games. So, we're going to talk about Tomb Raider, man. Tomb Raider came out. I don't know too many people that watched it. Actually, I don't know anybody that I fuck with in like real life that actually went out and watched that movie. But I went and watched it, when it came out. And I got to say, man, it was okay. It was a pretty solid movie. It wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination, but I kind of like some of the things that they did. They took bits and pieces from the 2013 reboot and kind of put their own spin to it, but all in all, man, it was a much better movie than the ones that came out in like the early 2000s, the ones with the Illuminati and all that crazy shit going on, the Angelina Jolie joints. So, it's definitely a much better movie. I say, yo, man, if you can catch it on the low, either check it out or, somebody put up a high quality Pirate Bay joint, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing, bro. Work your magic, you know what I'm saying? Get that BitTorrent popping or whatever. But, yeah, man, I think it's a solid movie, a decent movie, decent enough to go out and check out, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you remember the Himiko story from the 2013 game, it kind of touched on that, but it didn't go into crazy detail because the movie is pretty fucking short, man. It's only like an hour and some change, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you played the Tomb Raider game, you probably could beat that shit in like maybe around 5 hours. I'm talking about like go through the entire fucking story, probably complete all the optional tombs and shit. Yeah, you can probably beat that shit in about 5 hours. I put a whole gameplay up on my channel. No talking, no none of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just straight raw footage. And it capped out somewhere around 4.5 to 5 hours. That was just like the main missions and shit. But yeah, man. So hopefully, man, when they do the next movie, you know what I'm saying, they build upon that. I would have liked to see more, characters from the actual game. But, it is what it is, man. So, moving along with that being said, man, my Lakers been eliminated from playoff contention. Of course, they have, you know what I'm saying, right now, man, they 33-41. Realistic goals coming into the season, man. I was hoping that the team would at least improve by like 10 games, be 35-47 at the end of the season. And right now, they on pace, you know what I'm saying, to catch up, to that. So, that's real good, you know what I'm saying. Looking forward, but, you got 8 games left in the season, so you already been eliminated from contention. The mindset is, do you tank the rest of the games to try to hopefully get a higher draft pick? I mean, I like the nucleus and the core of the team that we have right now. Barring injury, things happening to Ingram and, Lonzo. And, just along those lines, Julius Randle, I mean, it all started for him with the Drew League. Like, the dude, he played well in the Drew League. Yeah, he missed some dunks and stuff. Like, if you go back and watch some Drew League games, even if you watch the highlights, he missed a lot of dunks. I'm talking about just straight boing, you know what I'm saying, like off the rip. But, he brought it into the season. He playing like it's a contract year for him. And, he's balling out. He's doing beast things. He was on the trading block for the longest. His name always came up in the discussion of a player that the team might want to get rid of and move away from. But I feel like he has, played himself into the spot. And, I mean, if you can develop these young guys and build the team into that. But right now, if they do get a high draft pick, the question is, do you draft someone or do you use that draft pick to try to lure in another player, as a, trade bait or whatever? Free up some cap space, cap room, whatever, I mean, we got a lot of money, man, numbers on the table, man. You can bring in 2 players if they want to, But, you know, that's all up on the team. Like, it doesn't really matter to me, man. Still support, rock with the team all the way through. Hey, before the season started, man, I shit you not, when I was at work, I told these dudes, bro, watch out for the Houston Rockets. I said it. They ain't want to believe me. You know, they crack jokes and all that shit. But if you look at the standings, who at the top right now? Hey, that's all I'm saying. They might not win the championship, but I just said look out for the Houston Rockets because I felt like they were going to be either the first or the second best team in the league this year. And, hey, proof is in the pudding, man. Now, we move on. You know what I'm saying? We can hit the other side of the tracks. You know what I'm saying? We get into that music shit. I don't know if y'all fuck with Bobby Tarantino too. But yeah, man, that Logic, you know what I'm saying? That mixtape, bro. That shit hard as fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, man, nigga. Like, I can't even talk about it, man. It's too fucking hard, bro. You know? I mean, yeah, you got, you know, Jordan Lucas beefing at him. You know, he trying to get him to, you know, bite the bait. You know what I'm saying? All over that sriracha shit. You know, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. That song all together as a whole, it's still a good song. Yeah, you might not felt like, you know, Logic came with the best shit that he can come with, you know, especially after making Tech 9 wait so damn long for such a, you know, I guess you could say average verse. But at the end of the day, man, like, I feel like the song flows well. And to me, it was still a solid verse. And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, bro, I think that Logic handled his business with the Bobby Tarantino. Even, you know, even if you feel a certain way about how he came about with his last album, like, I thought his last album was dope. A lot of people didn't. You know, it is what it is. I guess they got, you know, they always bring up, why is he always talking about, I'm black, I'm white, I'm white. Like, man, I mean, the man always been about, you know, peace, love, and equality. You know, like, if you listen to the music, you know, it's always been about that. But then when you get on the mixtape, you know, mixtape Logic, that's a whole different animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you get the super fast flow, the, you know, rapping over trap beats, like, you know, just killing shit, bro. But yeah, man, so if you fuck with that Logic, man, that Bobby Tarantino 2 is the shit that you need to be listening to, like, 100%. Like, I'm telling you, take it from me, bro. I'm telling you. That's all I'm gonna say. It is what it is. Man, moving along. Hey, hold up. Before, let me delve back into my Lakers, right? Now, a lot of y'all know Kevin Martin. You know, if you look at Lonzo Ball, Kevin Martin jump shots side by side, quite similar. They both, you know what I'm saying, they both, you know, come over the face. The difference is Kevin Martin, like, he winds up into his and extends. Lonzo kind of just, like, flicks his wrist, you know what I'm saying, and shoots the shot. So, I think that if he extends his arm, for one, I know Lonzo can shoot a conventional jump shot. He shoots his free throws conventional. If he shoots from mid-range, he shoots a normal-looking jump shot. Even when he was imitating Kyle Kuzma, he was shooting a normal jump shot. So he can shoot it, but I feel like the dude wants to have a signature shot that, you know what I'm saying, like, nobody could really imitate. And that's honestly the way I look at him. Like, hey, he just wants to have his own signature shot. You know, everybody got something that they, you know, like any big time player, you know, they got something signature, you know, whether it's Jordan tongue open or, you know, leg spread on the dunk, you know, LeBron cocking it back with the tomahawk, you know, Kobe Bryant, everybody, you know, he had his little fadeaway, but then, you know, he got the spin on the dream shake where he get in the post, back a dude down, spin around and go up and under on him, you know what I'm saying, and pull up. You know, people forget about those things. So I just feel like the dude just wanted to have his own signature style, you know, imprinted on the game, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is 100% cool. I just hope that he kind of, like, extend, you know, his arm, like, in the future, because, you know, I think it'll help him shoot a little bit better in the NBA. But hey, man, it is what it is, bro. I like the all-around game. That's all I care about, bro. You know what I'm saying? As long as the team is having fun, that's all I care about. UConn ladies, you know what I'm saying? They looking to get that dub tonight. About to play Notre Dame. So, Final Four, man. It's here, bro. That's all I'm going to say, man. UConn, man. Oh, bro. Man. It's hard, bro. It's hard, man. They it was trash like 1,000% this year. Coming into it, man, I was hoping like, hey, man, maybe they can, sneak in the back door somewhere. No, they can't even get an NIT invite, my nigga. Like, it's that bad, bruh. But that's sports in a nutshell, man. On the video game front, man, playing a lot of Tekken on the low, Fortnite on the low. I'm trash as fuck on Fortnite. Man, the games that I got the dubs in, straight up, no kills, my nigga. The niggas killed themselves. That's how bad I am. I would upload that shit to let you see just how trash I am. Like, man, I'm like 100%. You call me a camper, like, nigga, I'm hiding, my dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretending like everybody the fucking police, and I'm trying not to go to jail, man. That's how I play the game, bro. Like, I'm hiding out, man. You not finding me until it's time for you to find me. When that circle get closed, when it get low, I'm pretty much with my little scheme and plot, man. I could probably get top 5 consistently, but when it comes down to making them guns clap, man, I get smoked so fucking fast, bro. Like, man, I don't know what to do, man. I think I'm the worst Fortnite player in the world that ever caught a dub on that game. But Tekken, bro. Yeah, bro. Just playing Tekken, bro. Straight Noctis, you know what I'm saying? Going back into Final Fantasy 15, I got the Royal Edition upgrade. Still playing Persona 5, jump back on that. I mean, I looked at my time when I finally beat Persona 5, man. I put 143 hours into that game, man. It's crazy. Then you got a lot of shit coming out in April. Of course, God of War, that's the game everybody looking forward to. But not me, bro. I'm ready to play Yakuza 6 in English. I'm ready to play it in English. I played it in Japanese. Didn't know what the fuck was going on, because I can't read kanji. All I know, man, just beat the fuck out of people with Kiryu, bro. That's all I can tell you. Just beat the shit out of them. Just lay them down, man, Kazuma style. You know what I'm saying? I wish he was in Tekken. I like Noctis. I like Final Fantasy 15, but man, I do wish Kazuma Kiryu was in Tekken, bro. Like, I mean, I feel like he fits his style, like, anyway, man. Like, if you go back, I remember you can kind of like customize a fake version of him in Tekken 6 if you play with Kazuya, because he had that Yakuza suit or whatever. But yeah, man, like, those games, playing 2K, trash as fuck, you know what I'm saying, getting dropped off left and right. Anytime I go to the playground, I don't know, I'm dabbing between 3 different player builds. They all fucking trash. They super trash. I think my center is probably, he's 90 overall, but he's probably the best one, since he can, rebound and defend and all that bullshit. People always want to have a center on their team, but the problem with my dude is, man, I made my dude with some fucking midget ass arms, so I got these short ass arms. Then I'm like short as fuck. I should have just made the dude 7'3" with a long ass wingspan, so I can, get a lot of blocks and shit, get these rebounds. Man, I tried to jump back on 2K17 earlier, bro. Oh no, I can't do it, bro. That shit laggy as fuck, man. Like, I can't see how people like still out there playing in the park. I mean, it's cool because I know you missed the park. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, man, the park, man, it was cool, man, like being able to travel to other parks and shit. But yeah, it's just too much lag, bro. Like, at least with 2K18, if you got like a Xbox One X or a PS4 Pro, you can kind of reduce, frame rate drops and shit like that. And if your connection A1, then you might not have as much lag. Man, that shit, man, I was pressing the L2 button to try to, defend or whatever, man. It's like the shit wasn't registering, man. Like, I felt like I was sliding back. Like, if you ever played, like if you play the old NBA Live games, like when you ever, you press down the intense defense button, like, your dude don't get close and try to lock down, try to lock up on the player. Instead, he kind of like sits back, but he's in the defensive posture. So you can't really get past him, but you know what I'm saying? There's so much space, you know, in between the two. And that's how I felt when I was playing 2K17 earlier. And, you know, dude, oh man, I ain't gonna lie, dude took my ankle so bad, bro. That nigga hit me. I don't know what kind of crossover dribbles he hit me with, man. He took me and the big out, like, all in one. He made the big lean to the side, and he made me drop to my ass, man. Like, I felt like a cheap-ass stripper on the pole, bro. Like, he made me fall down so fucking fast. I was like, nah, bro. You got that one. You know what I'm saying? But because of the lag, you know, he couldn't do anything with it. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I don't know. Hopefully, the next go around or the next round of 2K games, they fix this shit, bro. Like, I mean, people been asking for them to, you know, fix them servers forever. It's sad, man. 2K7 is still, to me, like the gold standard for online play. That's why I used to play the Gauntlet whenever I played my team. I only played Gauntlet, Blacktop, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, I only played those modes because it was 3-on-3 and it was just, you know, player to player. And it was a lot less lag. I mean, it still had lag, but it wasn't as bad as playing a full, you know, 5-on-5, you know, indoor game against somebody. So, you know, whatever you can do to try to minimize lag, that's the thing. I mean, I think 2K16 had a, you know, fair enough net code. 2K15, it was alright, you know what I'm saying? But you still had like tall ass niggas out there doing behind the back dribbles and just pulling up from limitless range and couldn't do shit about it. Especially me, man. I created a fucking dude 6'1". I don't know why the fuck I made a dude 6'1" on 15, and I made a nigga 6'1" on 17. At least, you know, I was trying to be kind of realistic. I mean, I'm, you know, borderline 6 feet tall in real life. So, you know, I wanted to give myself like an extra inch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bitch, you know what I'm saying? I'm towering over these niggas. Then I get out there in the park, man. These niggas like 6'9", out here moving like fucking Speedy Claxton or some shit. Like yo, why this nigga moving so fast, bro? This nigga tall as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do nothing with it, man. But yeah, man. So I don't know what the fuck they can improve on. I mean, I did drop a video talking about some things I would like to see come back, but it's a lot of different things. Then you know, same thing with NBA Live, man. I get on NBA Live. It's just not enough players playing the game. I mean, the game was cheap. It was like $5 for the longest. You know what I'm saying? It went on sale, $5. It was $5 for like 3 weeks. Then it went off sale, and then it came right back on sale for like another 3 weeks, and now it's off sale again. $5, dog. I mean, if you got, you know, Xbox One, if you got EA Access, you know it's in the vault for free. So if it's in the vault for free, I feel like you ain't really losing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You could drop $5 for a month or $25 for a whole year, and you just play these fucking games. You know, especially NBA Live. You can play that shit for free, man. I mean, it's you know, I don't think it's a terrible game. It's not a bad game at all. But you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got, you know what I'm saying, Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus, like, it's definitely not a game that you would want to own. Like, I would not recommend no basketball game to anybody that's not going to be playing online. If you're going to be strictly playing offline, you might as well get a game from a couple years ago and hope that the servers are not completely down and somebody made a roster save file. That's for 2K. Since Live finally created roster edits, they finally added that shit to Live 18. You know, people been wanting to be able to edit rosters since 14 came out, but you know, they never put it in the game. So you had these super old, outdated ass rosters. You know, you want to play the game during the summer, you know, like somebody got traded. You know, I guess like right before the NBA Finals ended or whatever, they dropped one last roster update. You know what I'm saying? For like I'm going back to Live 14 right now. That's what I'm talking about. So they dropped like one last roster update. They pretty much did it like every year. You know, and the thing that I thought they were gonna do with Live 16 is they took the year off. If you guys remember, when NBA Elite 11 was supposed to come out and it got shelved, they took NBA Live 11. I mean NBA Live 10, excuse me. Goddamn. I'm tripping. But yeah, they took Live 10 and they created a whole roster that came in via a patch. You know what I'm saying? They added like all the rookies that were coming in, like John Wall, you know, DeMarcus Cousins and shit. Of course, they didn't look like them, but you know, they were added to the game with full stats and everything. So I thought they were gonna do that with 16, but they didn't. So the only thing to do on Live 16 was just to play Pro-Am Live Run. That's it. Like, it was nothing else to do. I mean, they didn't give a fuck about live season. I guess nobody was playing it. If you look at telemetry charters or whatever, I guess they were like, oh, nobody's playing live season this year. So yeah, we're gonna remove that shit from Live 18. I mean, that was like my shit, you know, like playing like challenges, trying to recreate, you know, what happened the night before, or you know, or what just happened a couple hours ago. Yeah, man, like that shit was cool, man. You know, player DNA, that's some shit that needs to come back. I mean, even with 2K used to have something like player DNA. I forgot what the fuck it was called. It was like the NBA Today shit or something, where they updated players on the fly. You know, like they tendencies and shit. You know, like let's say James Harden dropped 55 points or something, you know, the night before or whatever. You know, you hop on 2K, man, his 3-point rating might have went up, you know, on the fly, but you know, they got rid of this shit. So instead, you know, and to bring in like set roster updates or whatever. But that's cool and all, but you know, I think people kind of want to, you know, bring things back to the way it used to be. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say on that front. Oh man, I've been talking, rambling for over 20 minutes. And yeah, I think that's it, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Yeah, I'm out. Peace, love, Afro Grease, all that shit. If you got a fine girl, get in them cheeks. Man, I am out. One love, my niggas.